February is Cancer Prevention Month, and with the help of genetic testing, we're able to get ahead and tackle it early on. Here to deep dive into all of this is 23andMe Senior Product Scientist Ruth Tennen and male breast cancer survivor, music executive, and father to legendary Beyonce and Solange is legend Mathew Knowles. Hi guys, how are you?
Well, great, thank you.
So when we think of breast cancer, our minds immediately think we go to women, but it's actuality, men can have it as well. So Mathew, you were once diagnosed back in 2019. What was that like for you, and how has genetic testing impacted your diagnosis?
Well, fortunately, I used to sell mammography equipment in the 80s, so I had some knowledge of male breast cancer. I took my genetic test literally while in surgery.
Oh, wow.
And it gave me information that I very much needed, knowing that both on my mother's side, breast cancer, and on my father's side, prostate cancer. And I don't want us to forget, I know we mention breast cancer a lot, but 1 in 8 men in their lifetime will be diagnosed with prostate cancer, similar to 1 in 8 women in their lifetime will be diagnosed with breast cancer. So I don't want us to lose sight of men and prostate cancer.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that genetic testing allows, is getting that information, especially coming up with a game plan if you're predisposed.
Yeah, so you've been extremely vocal about encouraging people to try genetic testing. So what would you say to someone who's interested in it, but they're like very, very nervous and scared to kind of like take that next step to get into it?
Is that question for me?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I would just say to them that I think it's important that you make and take steps now. Don't put it off another day. The test is very non-invasive. It's a saliva test. We call it a spit test. You mail it off, you get your information back. Let's do it today. Let's find out if you are predisposed. And if you are, there's actions that can be taken, like lifestyle changes, exercise, changing your eating habits, and others.
Yeah, so Ruth, can you share how the genetic variants BRCA1 and BRCA2 can impact our risk for cancer?
Yeah, so BRCA1 and 2 are regular genes that everybody has, and their normal job is to repair broken DNA inside of our cells. But about 1 in 200 people inherits a genetic variant or a mutation that prevents one of those genes from working properly. And that results in that increased risk of developing certain cancers that Dr. Knowles mentioned, and that's true in both females and males. Now, the good news is if you have this information, you know you have a variant, there are steps you can take to reduce your risk and catch potential cancers early. But unfortunately, we know that more than 80% of people with a BRCA variant don't know they have one because they just haven't received that genetic testing.
Oh, wow. So how are 23andMe's new cancer reports helping us to understand our risk for the cancers?
Yeah, so we have a few different updates that can provide new insights into cancer risk. So all of our health customers receive a report on a select set of BRCA1 and 2 variants, and we expanded that report to add new variants so we can detect a higher number of BRCA carriers. We also offer to our premium members reports on breast, prostate, and colorectal cancer, and these are based on what are called polygenic risk scores. So rather than looking at variants that have a really big impact on risk, these reports look at thousands of genetic variants all across the genome. Each one individually only has a small effect, but combined they can have a meaningful impact. And finally, for folks who want to dive deeper, we launched our Total Health membership, which uses advanced genetic testing to look at high impact variants in 33 different genes related to hereditary cancer risk.
Yeah, you guys took something that seems like so scary, but it's not scary. And like Mathew mentioned, like it's not super invasive either. So for everyone that wants to, learn some more information about it, where can we go for more information and to get the genetic testing started?
Yeah, to learn more about what we talked about and more, you can go to 23andme.com.
Yeah, well, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more Good Day Stateline.